Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Rachel and I just recently moved. Actually, it wasn't that recent. It was in November last year. I moved across the country from Florida to Portland, Oregon with my hubby and our pup. I vlogged the entire process, so definitely go watch those videos if you haven't already, if you want to see us putting our entire apartment together and kind of understand the aftermath that is this closet. This is the closet in our spare bedroom. We live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and we treat this second bedroom as an office/guest room when we have visitors come into town. And basically, after we put the rest of the house together, we shoved everything we didn't feel like dealing with into this closet, and it became a very jumbled mess of all of our crap. It's been on my to-do list for a while now to go through this entire closet and organize it because it is a disaster. It's pretty much all stuff that we plan to keep and we do use, but it's just not organized well at all. And for living in a city, we're very lucky to have this storage. It's just not being utilized well because there's only that one shelf at the top and no other shelving or storage. So that's the issue we are solving now. I went on the hunt for used, cheap shelving storage units on Facebook Marketplace. It can be a little bit difficult for us to use Facebook Marketplace because we don't have a car, but I really lucked out with these finds because they broke down really, really small, so we were able to fit them in our wagon and take the train to and from the pickup spot. And I scored both of these shelves for $15. One of the shelves had a giant rust spot on it that we painstakingly removed with stainless steel and vinegar, and that actually worked really well, but then I ended up not even using it later. I'm sweating. Oh, good news, Bob. I don't think we're gonna use the fourth shelf, so we really didn't need to waste our time getting the rest off. Isn't that cool?
What do you mean?
I ordered some stuff off of Amazon for the closet to help me organize on these shelves. Obviously, these shelves are pretty tall and have several shelves on them, but stuff will just be piled there if I don't have like bins and stuff to organize, you know? And the goal is to not have piles anymore. So I got a few things and I'm going to show you what I got. Okay, the first thing I got are actually hooks with like an adhesive backing, and I just got these so that we have like so many tote bags and like bags we bring to go grocery shopping and stuff so that we don't have to use the paper bags that they charge for. So I wanted to be able to like hang them up because right now they're all just like piled on the floor. So hopefully this is enough hooks. I figured we don't have to hang one per hook. We can hang a bunch of them on one hook because they're so like flat. I don't know, but we'll see. Hopefully this helps. We also have some backpacks in there that ideally I'd like to be able to hang on here. These ones I think it said could hold like 13 pounds. And there's like kind of two different hooks. If you can see the design, there's like the top part and the actual hook. So I'm hoping that like maybe I could hang backpacks on like one hook and like other bags on the other. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I got these to put up in the closet. And then another thing I got that I wasn't planning on getting until I saw it when I was searching for things, and I think it'll be really helpful, is these giant storage bags. So this is a 2-pack, and they are basically like, they're cloth storage bags that aren't too boxy, so they don't like really hold a boxy shape unless there's a bunch of stuff in them, but it's just so that it's like easier to store and it's like a little bit more flexible to like squish into place. I'll show you what they look like, but a lot of people were using them to like store extra sheets and comforters and blankets and stuff like that. And so I think that'll be really good because we have guest sheets and a guest comforter and guest pillows in the closet right now, but they're just like piled on top of stuff, which is not the best way to store those. So I think putting those in one of these and then maybe some extra blankets in the other or something, I think that'll be really helpful. Okay, so this is them. They fold up really nice and small, but they should be pretty big. Yeah, look at that. So they have like this clear pocket in the front so you can see what's stored in there, I guess. But yeah, look at that. They're like pretty big. So you can fit a lot in here, but obviously if you don't fill the whole thing, they're also flexible so they can squish down a little bit for storage. So I feel like these will be really nice to store the sheets and stuff in. And then I'm not sure what's in this last box. I have one thing. I think everything was supposed to come today except for one thing. So this should be the rest of the stuff mostly, but we'll see. Oh, yes. Okay. These are the bins I got. There was one more thing. Maybe that's also coming tomorrow. So I just got a bunch of bins like this. I think there's 6 of them. They're just like a square-ish cube shape and should be able to fit quite a bit of stuff. So yeah, this came in a pack of 6 and I think this will just be good. If you can see the shelves behind me. Oh wow, those are gonna fit like perfectly side by side. This will just be good to store like a lot of random stuff. I have a lot of piles of like random art supplies or like things that are low key trash, but I've saved for like art projects or something, like pieces of wood and stuff, or like extra wrapping supplies for birthdays and stuff. So I just think like all of these bins will be good to like divide that stuff into, that it's more organized. And that's actually everything that has come today. I do have 2 more things coming. I guess the second one is coming tomorrow too. I thought it was coming today, but I guess not. But then the other one that I'm very excited about is a giant bin for Suki's food. So what we've been doing since we got Suki over a year ago now is we have this small like ceramic, I think, jar that we put her food in. But obviously that doesn't hold the giant bag that we get. So we just put a little bit in there to keep like right by her stuff so that when we're feeding her, it's like right there. We don't have to go far. And then we'll refill it when it gets low. But I just noticed this fell off. I don't know when that happened. Anyway, as I was saying, the big bag of food that we buy her is always just like sitting on the floor in the guest closet, just like rolled up, and it's not stored very well. And it's just like a pain because it's in this giant bag and it's heavy. So I got a big bin to put that food in, and that way it'll be stored nicer and easier to move around. And then it also comes with a scoop. So when we want to fill up the little jar, we can just scoop it into the little jar instead of having to like take out this giant bag and try to pour it. So anyway, I think that'll work a lot nicer. It's also on wheels, so it's a lot easier to move because it's pretty heavy. So having it on wheels will be nice. So that's supposed to come tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. And then the last thing I got is actually technically not for the closet, it's for the guest room as a whole. Well, I've been wanting a big like cork board that we could pin stuff to, and I ended up getting these like felt tiles that are like 12 by 12 inches, and you can put a bunch of them together to make it look like one big corkboard. Anyway, I got a bunch of those, and I guess those are also coming tomorrow. I'll have to check and see, but that's not so much for the closet. That's just for the guest room, but I'm also excited about those. But now that I have bins to actually organize into, I can start cleaning up the mess that I made when I was going through everything because it's all just piled on the floor right now in the guest room. But I'm going to go ahead and wipe down these shelves first because when I was putting them together, they were feeling a little bit dusty and dirty, which is not good, obviously. And also they came from a stranger, so probably a good idea to wipe them down anyway. So I'm going to wipe them all down and then I can start organizing. Oh, I should have gotten ornament boxes. We need those bad. These things are falling apart.
No, they're not. They're doing fine.
No, they're not doing fine.
We just need a bin. Ornament boxes?
No, they're really nice. They have like dividers.
Yeah.
Mm. So if you do not touch these, okay? These are clean. They're literally being held together by duct tape.
Yeah. It's fine.
What the? We've got a stray ball in here. Can't even keep them all in. Wait, we have three bins?
Yeah, there's 3 colors, right? There's white, there's off-white.
No, 3 giant bins from Costco. I thought we had 2.
One of those is like empty. One of those just has pillows in it or something. One of them has like pillows and rollerblades. Which you should probably get rid of or sell or something because you never use them.
Oh god, I don't even know how to do this without like killing myself. Oh, we're getting rid of this. I told you we didn't need it.
Babe, we use it all the time.
Oh, do we? Okay, I'm starting to get overwhelmed. Yeah, check it out. So this is Christmas bin, Christmas tree behind it because these are so narrow. And then
Oh, nice.
this is fall stuff, so I'll put it next to it, and I'm gonna try and get rid of this one. We'll see.
That's the one with the pillows and the roller.
Yeah,
you find the
lots of
rollerblades?
crap in here, yeah.
We can have some of those pillows live on the couch. Maybe not the green ones, but maybe the
I also
brown
might
ones.
get rid of some. We don't need some. Oh, ow!
You hit your nose in the door?
Yeah, it's small back here.
We can get rid of that thing.
Look at this tower of terror. I didn't realize I was leaning so much. You good? You're just grunting in the background of my video.
Couldn't figure out how to close the window for a second.
Wow, that's crazy.
Can't close it with my left hand.
Here's the update so far. I struggled and got one shelf in, and I ended up just removing the shelf I had on the bottom there.
Excuse me, I'm so
That
sorry.
was lovely. Because this giant bin is obviously way bigger than the actual shelf, so it's just not needed and it was throwing things off. So now there's not really a lot of support down there, but it should be fine. And then this bin has all of our Christmas stuff in it, and then this is our Christmas tree, which kind of cool. Oh, sorry, this light is motion censored. Hello. Okay. Kind of cool that these are so narrow because there's a gap perfectly back there for the Christmas tree. Otherwise, I don't really know where I would have put that. So that works out nicely. And then I'm going to put the second one right next to it with a bin exactly the same as this one of all our fall stuff. And then apparently we do have a third bin, which I did not realize, but I'm going to try and empty it and not have to use it. So that's the plan. The hair has gone up because it is so freaking hot.
Great, my love. I'm rooting for you.
Thanks. Sweating buckets.
It's AJ here. Rachel gave me permission to do the next part of the closet cleanup. So if you recall, there's that bag, 40-pound bag of dog food, and Rachel ordered This, which is supposed to hold it, it's marketed as a 35-pound dog food holder container, and it's collapsible, so this kind of pops out, I guess. So I will be putting it together and putting all the food in there. All right. Suki's gonna unbox with me. All right. Oh, I see what's going on. So we've got a see-through lid at the top. I guess you can like look down and see how much food's in there. See if you need to get more. Which opens with a click of this button. Probably. Excuse me, Schmooks. Oh. Okay, what the? There's like other things in here. There's a measuring cup. Oh, look at this. All the different little stuff. So maybe this for snacks. Another one of those. A scoop for food. I have to measure how much this is. Maybe we could start using this instead. Oh, look at that. It's a measuring cup. It says 4.5 C, half C, fifth C cup, I suppose. And this pops open and it has wheels, so you can actually like pull it, drag it somewhere. Oh, so let's pop this guy. This looks a little smaller than I thought it was gonna be. It's like only that big. I don't know. If I put it on the ground, it looks a little bit wider than the food bag, so maybe that's how it all fits. Okay, let me revisit this. So how the heck is this gonna work? There's a little, any idea what that is? It came attached to this thing. Okay, yeah, I've got no clue what that is. And since it's in brand new packaging, it's very staticky, so a bunch of Rachel's hair is already sticking to this thing. So kid, I guess, how do I open this? Oh, it's not you just lift it, and it's a magnetic. It's a magnetic little latch. So then it sticks closed, and you just lift it up like this. Okay. Alright kid, you gotta be a good girl. You're not gonna eat any of this food because you already had your meal today. Sit please, sit. Good. You're gonna leave it, okay? You know what? I should definitely have rinsed this first. Shit. Alright. Yeah, let me just rinse this real quick. So I've actually brought this into the shower so I can rinse it. Suki, you better not be eating that stuff. Okay, good. Good girl. Alright. Well, oh. Whoa, what the? That's kind of cool. Well, you couldn't see any of that, but I did, in fact, rinse this down, and now I'm going to dry it off and make sure it's very dry before I put any food in it so that Suki's food doesn't get wet. Okay, we're back. Me and Shmooky, food into here. She's so excited. She doesn't know why. Oh yeah, the reason I wash this thing is because in case there's any like leftover plastics or microplastics from the factory, I didn't want Suki having to eat that. Ooh, it's getting a little tight. I don't know if I can fit the rest actually. Okay, well, I don't think I'm gonna fit it all. However, we have our other doggy food container, which I will just fill that one up. Let's go grab it. So this one actually lives out here in the living room, so it just sits right here. It's following my face. It sits right here on this little Suki shelf that we have. I'll show you where that is. I'm gonna fill this guy up. I don't know how people do this, man, making videos. I do like this auto face detector thing. This is pretty nice. Okay. I'm so sorry, Shmooky. I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you. Okay. Then we should be good. All right, kiddo, you want a little snack? You want a little snack, kiddo? Here, that's for you. Just a little bit for my schmookie. You can't even see. Okay, whatever. I'm putting a lid on, and I'm calling it a day. So this, I assume, just kind of sits in there. Ooh. And maybe these are like little travel containers for when we send her out to boarding or something. But we usually just put them in plastic bags so that it's portions by meal. Do I have it on backwards? Does that matter? Oh, it did seem to matter. Okay. So this lid actually goes on only one way. But look at that, I can slide it into place. That's nice. It rolls. Very handy. Alright. You lift it up. Scoop a little bit. Throw the scoop back in there. Boom. I still am unsure about that little, whatever the hell this thing is. Any ideas? Any ideas for the peanut gallery? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is. You have any idea? It has been real, guys. It has been real. Oh, I should have took a freaking before and after. Dang it. This is after. Look at that. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better and stays the same shape more than this red bag. That's for sure. Suki seems very interested in the new setup. Rachel has boxed up her treats over there. Those treats are like a year old. It's crazy. We got a huge box of milk bones like when we first got her, and they have not run out because we got a bulk one from like Costco or something. Old stale treats. Sorry, kid. Don't mind my crazy hair, but I forgot to mention the reason that we're doing this is, well, one, for the organization, and it's a lot more modular instead of a bag that changes shape as I empty out the food. But two, this is airtight, so the food will stay fresh, become less, sorry, what am I saying? The food will stay fresh for longer and be more resistant to becoming stale over time. So yay, upgrade for Suki. She'll have a nicer kibble. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's like super messy in here. So I'm gonna try my best to do a little AJ cleanup, and I'll put it on time lapse so we can just see this desk area get cleaned up. Over there is get cleaned up. Yeah.
The closet is officially done and I'm so excited to walk you guys through it. So I'm going to give you a brief overview closet tour. I won't go into too much detail, but I just want to show you kind of how I organized it so that you can see and appreciate all of my hard work. So the first few things you see when you first open the closet are our bags hanging on those hooks in the back. We've got some spare hangers, we have a lot of spare hangers. And then this cute guest book, which AJ's mom got for us, and they were the first ones to fill it out. So hopefully we don't forget to have my parents fill it out when they wait, did I even mention they're coming? I don't think I did, but one of the main motivations for doing this project right now is because my parents are coming literally tomorrow, and I didn't want this to be a mess any longer. So hopefully we remember to have them right in that. But I just figured that was a good use of that space, especially because out here we don't really have anywhere to display a guest book because it's also an office and that's what it functions as most of the time. So it wouldn't make sense to leave it out here. So I figured right there makes a lot of sense. We've got a couple backpacks, my camera bag and a backpack that's actually stuffed with an IKEA bag, I think. And then this cute little tote with my name on it. And then this reusable tote from one of our favorite thrift stores around here. And we actually do have one more backpack that I shoved back there because it has a lot of the rest of our reusable totes in there that we usually bring grocery shopping. And I didn't see this for myself, but AJ was telling me that these hooks were like starting to fall off the wall. And that backpack is definitely the heaviest one we have. So I'm keeping it down there and hoping that these hooks can stay up with just these four hanging on them. If not, I'll probably return them and get like actual hooks that we can screw into the wall. I just was trying to take the easy route, so we'll see how these hold up over time, but right now they're staying, so fingers crossed. Then down here you guys have kind of already seen because AJ showed it in his clips, but that's the food bin for Suki, so all of her food fit in there. When we have a brand new bag, I don't know if the whole thing will fit in there, but hopefully most of it will, and we won't have to keep the bag for much longer like as we go through it. I haven't filled up these little bins at all. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Probably put treats or something. Our milk bones, our carry-on suitcases, and this is our wagon. Oh my gosh, sorry. This light is going to keep flickering on and off because it's automatic. It's like motion censored. But this is the wagon that we bring to get groceries or just like big things that we have to bring like a longer distance walking. That would not be easy for us to carry. Then before I show you all the stuff on the shelves, I just want to show you this top shelf. So as you might expect, this is kind of stuff that we're going to get less often. This is a bunch of extra pillows and blankets and things that we'll probably rarely need. Then in here is a bunch of my winter gear. Like I have some like ski stuff from family vacations growing up and like heavier winter gear, like snow gear that I rarely will need. So that's all in there. And then these two bins have like some stuff for my Etsy shop and like supplies for that, shipping supplies and stuff. That's AJ's toolbox. And yeah, that's everything up here. I also, if you couldn't tell, I did hook some of our big puffy winter jackets that we will not need until way later this year. I tucked them back here because they were originally hanging up here on this rod, but they're just like so in the way, and it's not like we need easy access to them right now because it's not winter. So I decided to shove them back here where there's empty space behind this shelf. And that like gets them out of the way, but they're not too inaccessible for when we do need them when the winter comes around. And then finally, the main attraction, these shelves. So I'll just quickly run you through my organization tactics. So one of the main reasons I wanted two shelves at least this size is because of these giant bins that we have. This one closest to me has a bunch of our fall decor plus the flowers from our wedding because we had a fall themed wedding, so I just shoved them in there and figured we could use them for fall decor when fall comes around. And then the one back there, which I already showed you guys, but that one has all our Christmas stuff in it. So my goal was to have shelves that these fit under nicely so that one could go under each shelf, because if you saw before, they were all stacked up before, which makes it super annoying to get anything from those boxes. So this will be a lot easier for us to just slide them in and out, and hopefully it'll be a much better system. Then in these two bins, I just have a bunch of my art supplies, honestly. This one is like a bunch of sketchbooks and stuff that I don't use that often, but they're really nice ones, so I didn't want to get rid of them. Look, you can see how old this one is because of my handwriting. Like, I don't even know how old I was, but that looks like kid handwriting. And then this one is just like a bunch of random art supplies. We have leftover wallpaper from when we did the peel and stick wallpaper in our front entryway makeover. Oh my gosh, this light. I have a bunch of burlap things that they used at my bridal shower that my mom let me keep because I'm crafty and I figured I could do something with it, but I just haven't figured out what yet. some spare wood, and just a bunch of other random art supplies that I might need for my DIYs. And then this upper shelf is a little bit random. We had a few books, and we don't really have a proper bookshelf because we don't own that many physical copies of books, so I didn't really know what to do with them, so I just put them here. And this is actually a storage unit made for cans. I got a 2-pack forever ago when I organized our pantry, and I only needed one. And so this has just been sitting around, so I decided to use it here to just give me a little bit more vertical storage on this shelf. These are my 2 smaller camera bags that don't really have much in them right now, but they have a few cords and things, so I just shoved them there. This is like command hooks and strips and stuff, and extra pieces for my IKEA pegboards that I have hanging by my desk. So kind of random. And then this bin is mini clothespins, which I usually use like on my IKEA things, so I put them next to these. And then like stationery, I guess you could say. These are like leftover thank you cards, envelopes in the back. So just kind of random stuff here, but it works. Then up here, as you saw, is our little guest journal. And then in here, I actually have all my like filming equipment. I say that lightly because there's really not much in here. It's not that fancy, but there's some microphones and lights and stuff. And then if you go to the other side, you can see our bin with all our Christmas stuff more clearly from this side. And way in the back there, we have our Christmas tree and our ornaments like stacked up behind this shelf in that extra space. And then down here is kind of just like memorabilia. Like this is a bin that I've kept like old, I don't even know what's in there, like old journals and stuff. But also I took most of my journals out, so I don't even know what's filling that whole thing. But just like little things from high school and college that I kept for memories, just like piled in there. This is the same thing, but AJ's version. He had one because obviously we haven't always lived together, so he had his own. So we just kind of have them separate because they're both very full, so we couldn't combine them if we wanted to. And then this is all of our old journals and planners and stuff. I think AJ's are in here too. We just kind of combined them both in here. Fun to look back on, just like our memory shelf. This roll of wrapping paper obviously doesn't fit in a bin, so it's down there, but the rest of our wrapping supplies are in this bin. I'm honestly really happy about that because I like never know where our wrapping supplies are because we always store them randomly, and then I feel like every few months AJ just throws everything out because he gets sick of seeing it and like not having a place for it. So now we can actually keep track of it and have stuff for when we need to wrap gifts. And then this is, honestly, most of this shelf is like memories because this is just a bunch of stuff from our wedding and like engagement parties. These were little petals that we had on our tables at our wedding. Like this, I think, is like the diamond information for my engagement ring. Extra like bridesmaids cards that I didn't end up using because I printed too many. This wedding planner notebook, like just a bunch of stuff from our wedding era, engagement era. And just stuff that's like sentimental that we don't want to get rid of. So that's this entire bin. This is actually a print I need to hang up. I just haven't gotten a frame for it, so ignore that. And then on the top shelf, nice and accessible, is our guest sheets, and our pillows are in here too. The comforter, everything that we need for when guests visit is in here, which will be really nice because it's super accessible and right next to our little guest bed. It has Suki's blanket on it right now because she just loves to sit up here and we don't want her to get dirty. But if you guys haven't seen my guest bedroom office makeover forever ago at this point, this is our guest bed. It folds out into a bed, but right now it's in the couch form. So this is what guests sleep on, and this is the stuff they sleep with. So yeah, that's a brief closet tour. I am honestly so happy with it. It's like, it's not the most aesthetic thing, but it's so organized and functional. And I feel like it's still very satisfying to see this from the befores. I hope you feel as satisfied as I do having accomplished this. And that's the millionth time that light has gone off while I'm filming this tour. So we're just gonna keep going. And with that, the closet is done. It's organized. I feel so good having gotten that done because like I said, this has been a project that I've wanted to work on for such a long time. So I'm so happy to finally have it done, and on such a great budget because those shelves were so cheap from Facebook Marketplace, and then the stuff I got for storage purposes, like not much more. Oh, by the way, I did just want to update. We did get the foam board, no, not foam. The felt tiles I mentioned when I was unboxing my Amazon supplies for organizing. I mentioned they were coming soon, and it's like a giant cork board. They did come, but we haven't put them up yet. I want to put them on this wall behind me, but we've just been so busy. I've been working a lot. It's been a thing. So I'm hoping to get those up before my parents come, literally tomorrow.
but we'll see. But I just wanted to let you guys know because I just like mentioned it and then haven't shown it or talked about it since. But you're not going to see in this video because I just need to get this video edited and uploaded, and we've just been so busy I haven't been able to put the tiles up. But they are here. They will go up there. I will decorate them, and you'll probably see them in a future video. So of course that means you should subscribe if you're not already so that you don't miss that and any other fun future videos I have coming. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again soon.